Hello and welcome back to Unreal Engine 5, Blueprint Mastery, Door Systems and Interactive Portals. Previously, we started to create our items and we stored the game mode on begin play as a variable and we copied this code for the begin overlap and end of the box and changed it into a sphere. Now, we also changed the add door widget function to event to, instead of being a box collider, to be an actor component. And then we use this actor component to cast to check if it's a box or if it's a sphere and get the overlapping actors. This is the wrong construction script. We want to the item construction script. We created an item ID and switched on based on the ID, based on string. And in the case 1 of ID1, we set the static mesh of the item to the triangle. And in case 2, we set the static mesh to the triangle that has some color. Now, let's continue with the code for adding it to an inventory. What we're going to do is exactly the same thing. When we press E, we will be interacting with this item. So we're going to bring E keyboard. All right. And what we want to do, we want it to happen only once. So the first thing we do is a do once. And we don't care about reset because we do not have an inventory that will get full or anything like that. Now we need a reference to the player, and not only the player, let me close the game mode, we don't need it, not only the player, but the instance of the character that is in the world of the third person template, the third person character. So we're gonna get player pawn. This gives us the current instance of what the player is possessing. Then we're gonna cast to third person character. So basically we are getting the current pawn and we are asking, are you the third person character? Since we know that in our game this is always gonna be the case, I converted it to a pure cast and I'm gonna get inventory. And this is the current inventory of the character that is running around the map. Now, to add something here, we're just gonna press add, because this is the an array function, but it doesn't work like the map add. In this case, if there was an item that shared the ID, it would also add it as another entity to this list. So if I had like two of ID1, then this list would be populated with 2 versions of ID1. So this basically would be it. This would be updating our inventory. And when we do, we just destroy actor. And this would destroy the actor on the map, so the item would disappear. And that's it. That is the whole have an item, pick up an item that we will do. So let's go test it. Let's go to our map and bring the player start back here. And we can pick up this and we can pick up this. Now, just to demonstrate it, let's go to our item. And from here, before we destroy, let's do a for loop. For each loop, and for loop body we're gonna print string, which will be the array element, meaning the ID we just added here. I think I did this silently, but I think you got it. So when I pick the first item, it's gonna be ID1. When I pick the second one, it should be both of them. Yep. So our inventory is working. Let's connect this back here. Let's delete this debug. and compile and save. Now, for the door, we're gonna copy the multi-switch door. We're gonna go to Blueprints, Doors, Multi-Switch Door, and we're gonna duplicate. And let's call it Item Door. All right. Well, maybe Item Door is not a good name. Let's name it Key Door, because it requires an item. Let's consider this item a key. So key door. Let's bring the key door also onto the level. And let's open it. Now, this time I'm gonna use the correct door, the one that I wanted to use before, which is this part over here. I think the bottom part should be 1. No, actually the top part should be 1. So find this and place it here. And I'm gonna reset its location also. And I'm gonna select the next one, find it, and duplicate this, Control C, Control V, and also set it over here. So now I'm gonna fix the rotations also. All right. Actually, no, the rotations were correct. This is the arrow over here, so this is the front side. So I'm gonna bring it up here, move it a little bit this way, and also fix this. I think this one, oh no, we do have the behavior of the widget. It's okay. Compile and save. Let's update our animation timeline to include the second door. So I'm gonna move this over here. See, it's pretty much easy. When you get the hand of it, what does what is where, it's easier to manipulate the code and add and remove things. So we're gonna duplicate the set rotation, set location, because these are moving doors, they're not rotating doors. And I'm gonna bring the second door over here. And we do need this lerp node again for the Z axis. We do need to connect it to alpha. And for the values, we have a relative location here. Let's just delete it. It's not needed. So let's go to begin play and delete this also. And the variable and the puzzles, we do not need them. And the open angle, we don't need it. This variable, I think it's not needed. Yeah, it wasn't. If it was, it would say it. And that would be it. Let's set the state to locked. And go back to the values. So, values. This one starts at, let's round them up to 50, 125. And this one is at, again, 50, 125. Okay, they are a bit stretched. So let's fix this. All right. So this is 115. Is that the correct one? It will do. 115. It will do. Okay, so we start 50, 115. So this is door number 2. It goes y is 50, and this is 115. And the next one is 50, 125. Again, y 50, and a would be 125. Now, for where they go, this one goes to 20. So to 20. And the bottom one goes to -4, -5. So -5. Great, we have our animation complete. The next thing we will do is kinda clear the code, because this door doesn't unlock or lock from another place. We will be using again the press E to be checking if the player has the key. So we don't need the check puzzles for answers, and we didn't need these two functions, these two events also. The events I just deleted were the event lock door and the event unlock door, which are coming from the interface that we copied and the check puzzles function. All right, so we are clear to go and start coding, but I think this is something for the next lesson. I'm gonna leave it here for now. Goodbye.